Well, Macca, it's hard, but your observations on the game?
Rubbish. From the first 10 seconds of the game, we've got a game plan. They've got a theme. They've got a way. You know, the manager asked them to play, and never implemented it from the start. And you can argue it was a deflected goal with a shot, but they've allowed that to happen. That was the theme of the game. I'm sitting on the bench and embarrassed at what we're seeing. And listen, I have to be very careful what I say. There are plenty of games left between now and the end of the season, and the players have got to rectify and the only way you can describe it is woeful performance today at times. And I can't remember, me personally, being involved in a team that were 5-0 down at some stage. I'm sure somebody will correct me, but certainly sitting on the bench and being involved in the staff, that hasn't happened. Obviously, disappointment of York away, early season, Wimbledon, watershed moments really. Number one, the York game, we've managed to turn it round from there. I think we went 6 or 7 or 8 games undefeated. The Wimbledon game obviously ultimately led to Guy's dismissal, I think, in the big scheme of things. And then today, you know, as the manager spoke about gaining momentum and the players putting in another performance. Listen, we knew we'd come to Scunthorpe, but they've got a fairly simple game plan. Defenders head the ball. Defenders get the ball and play it into channels. They have willing runners. They have players who understand and pick up things. And we just didn't have that today, and we haven't had it all season, if I'm honest. And you know, as much as you can go through things on the training pitch and ask players to do certain things, and if they're not prepared to do it on a weekly basis, and everyone buy into it, then it's going to be a struggle. So what we said in the dressing room at half time particularly, and at the end, was obviously the manager, quite rightly, wasn't very happy, and let the players know that. Sick of saying thanks to the fans, but I will say that could have easily turned on the group of players and everyone today, but they didn't. They stuck with it. They stuck with the team, and the players have really got to put a shift in on Tuesday night against Accrington, because, you know, after a performance like that, you've got to see a reaction, and it's a mental reaction. Yeah, physical reaction, I understand, but mentally about these players being prepared to play for this football club, and some are finding it quite hard to play to the expectation and the mentality required to play for the club. So we're devastated. We're very disappointed with how they've played, because the players are better than what they're showing, and we've seen it, but they're just not doing it on the big stage, which is on a Saturday on a regular basis. So it's our job to try and make that happen. We give them the information, and it's up to the players ultimately when they cross the line. It's an old cliche. But it's just not there, and I can't put my finger on why they're not implementing and working to what the manager, and it's not too complicated what the manager's asking them to do at the moment, and they're just not doing it on a regular basis, and that needs to change.